Definitely one of the most spoken about, which is the best street bike in the 300cc category, because that is one of the most affordable while not compromising on power, economy and maintenance. This category is something that caters to most of us riders. You can do long rides on a bike with a 300cc engine without stressing it out, while also getting good economy and also easy on your pocket. And when I go on Google and type which is the best street bike in the 300cc segment among so many renowned brands, the TVS Apache series is definitely on the list. Also, one quick story time. I know you people have been following me since almost 6 years now, and most of you guys know what all bikes I've owned. But one bike I've never mentioned, I don't know how I missed it. Maybe because I actually personally did not own it. My cousin brother used to own it, but I'm the one who rode it the most, and that is the first gen, like literally the first gen Apache RTR 160. And actually we were going into a different showroom to buy some other bike, and just before entering the showroom, there was a TVS showroom right beside us, and the Apache RTR 160 was placed outside. I think that was the exact date of release, 2006 or something. We thought this bike is looking something interesting, let's go and check it out. We didn't even take the test ride, okay? Blindly we got it. We rode it for almost 40-50,000 kilometers. Now moving on to 2024. Things have improved a lot. We have the Apache RTR 310. I'm pretty sure it's going to be fun riding it. Let's go test ride it and I will give you my honest review, how I feel about the bike.
You know, one of our first bikes in the house, even before my Charisma, we used to have an Apache. That was my cousin's. I literally spent my whole life going to college on the Apache RTR. It was a 160cc RTR. Now, after almost 10 years, I think, or maybe more, this is the first time I'm riding a Apache RTR. It's a 300cc category engine. First things first, when I sit on the bike, nice and upright, very little, like slightly inclined towards the front. Seat is so comfortable. It is exactly how you would need for a city commute. But I heard very good things regarding the punching power of this. Right now, second gear. Oh yes, even the generation I had used to ride like this. Especially after shifting from a 100cc bike that time, switched to the 160cc RTR. It felt so good. Ride comfort, rideability, the flickability, everything was so good on that. And even now the engine is so punchy and nice here. You get a lot of confidence on this bike. You want to become a squid on such bikes here. High revving engine, it's very happy to be revved high, and even in 6th gear when you're slow as well, even the lower RPMs, it is able to pick up that power. Nice color TFT. You see that instant. Very good engine here. You can really have fun on this bike. Very flickable. Oh my god. Addictive power. Filtering, maneuverability is so good on it. It holds its ground. A lot of confidence you get on it. Turning radius is also pretty good. Could be better, I would say. Man, 300cc segment engines have become so powerful these days. Previously, this kind of power I would get it in a 600cc. Trust me, like at least 500cc you would get this kind of power. Nowadays engines have become so advanced. The engineering has gone to the next level. Vibrations are controlled pretty well even at higher RPMs. The best part is flickability. You have so much of confidence. You see that? In the way you're sitting on the bike, because you don't have too much pressure on your hands, you're not leaning towards the front too much, so I'm pretty sure you can ride this bike all day long. See that right now in 4th gear, and you have ample power to overtake like that. Instant instant torque. See this power, dude. Flickable, crazy flickable. Nice. I'm not sure if my mic is able to pick up the exhaust note, but somehow I don't understand how TVS nails it every time. They get the exhaust note right. Okay, a little bit of off-road patch, perfect. Suspension is pretty smooth and nice. What a power, what a power. Can you hear the exhaust note now? Really good, yeah. Even my N-Torque, you know, the TVS N-Torque that I have, the exhaust note is so good. I can feel the bass in it. I don't know what do they do. Once more off-road patch. I told you, right, suspension is slightly on the sturdier side but perfectly tuned for the city. Flickable, yeah. This is madness. You can don't ride like that. See that sound? The exhaust note is madness, dude. Best part is it's a TVS. Spares and all these things, you'll get them anywhere possible. There are like hundreds and hundreds of TVS stores everywhere. So that's one crazy good advantage of owning a renowned brand like this. Mirrors are also pretty good. I like how this teardrop extended design helps me see all around. Has a wider vision. Heating, absolutely nothing right now. I don't feel anything. This kind of engine can easily go up to, I don't know, maybe 160, 170 kmph on the highway. Nice engine note, yaar. See that bike, it looks good. Even the exhaust is nice and chunky. I really like the chassis, nice white, and one of my favorite colors in the Apache series. Even the red is good, but I think my personal favorite would be this one. Nice yellow wheels, USD forks. If you're looking for something in the 250 to 350cc segment, I would be interested in this one for sure. See that high revving nature of the bike. Comes with a proper color TFT. It's got all the modern bells and whistles that a 2024, 2025 bike should have. It has Ride Connect by TVS. Bike just flies away, dude. This one is pretty wild from the beginning, dude. Madness. TVS, finally you got something. No, actually even the previous RTR was like this, the 160cc wala. The way you're sitting on the bike, thighs, especially this part, it fits pretty well, and your knees are also pretty comfortable at a almost 90-degree angle, slightly towards the inside. Perfect for city commute, yeah. Absolutely perfect if you want a little bit of power and flick the bike around, filter it in the traffic like this. Proper urban commute you want to do with good mileage and proper reliability of a TVS, then I think I would pick this bike in this category. You see this? Madness, madness, madness. Okay, Sriman, hold on your horses. Okay, dude, cool down, cool down. And I really like how they contain the weight in the bike. Okay, one name if I want to give the bike, I would call it a mini Triumph Street Triple. So easy to move these bikes here. I got so used to bigger bikes that this one feels like a pocket rocket. So light. Something that actually truly genuinely gave me a smile after a long time is definitely the Apache RTR. You get engine check light here, you get ABS light here, traction control, low fuel indication, you get the RPM meter which looks very modern, you get the fuel gauge, you get the engine temperature, odometer, range, the top speed that this bike touched. This is how the switches look. Oh, by the way, I have to definitely mention the quality of plastics over here. It's pretty good. They don't feel cheap at all. Gets the hazard lamps. It's a ride-by-wire, which means you get cruise control in it. This is the cruise control switch over here, and our RTR which we had did not have anything of this. That no electronics, nothing. I think it had ABS, that's it, and no traction control. Look at the advancements in every bit of the bike. It's a completely different machine, having the original Apache DNA for sure.
Slipper clutch and a bidirectional quick shifter. Gear changes are super smooth and lightning fast. The RTR 310 adapts to your mood with 5 riding modes: Sport, Track, Supermoto, Urban, Rain. With a 5-inch TFT display, it offers navigation. As an add-on option, this bike comes with climatic control seats. You can heat or cool your seat with just a touch of a button. Packed with all riding aids like cornering ABS, traction control, and rear wheel lift-off protection, it has all the bells and whistles of a today's bike. Plus, its SmartX Connect app lets you control calls, music, and check ride analytics all on the go. Now, there is a direct comparison to this Duke 250. While I'm definitely a fan of KTM as well. Only thing is, in this particular segment, around 250 to 350 segment, a lot of people in my biking community told me, you will be thrilled to ride the Apache RTR 310, the way it engages you into the ride, the smile you get when you pull it. But I thought the KTM is also pretty good, right? Well, there's only one way to find out.
By actually riding a Duke 250 right now, that is what I'm riding. This bike also has its own fan base. I personally, I'm not a fan of this bike. Reason being, I think it doesn't suit me first of all. Engine wise, it's not, you see this? That instant torque is something that misses out on a KTM Duke, even in the 390 actually. But the bike starts talking after a higher RPM. In the city, it's a little bit lazy is what I feel. If you see, for example, you see the difference? You don't get that initial punch. You see that instant? I would prefer a bike having torque much earlier. I mean, you can live with it, but it's not the best experience you would get. See, there is the laziness of the bike, but later it becomes a beast. So when you have roads like these without traffic and all that, then when you're on the higher RPM, you will definitely have fun. This bike also has good road grip, and the ride cord is also pretty good. But when it slows down is my problem with this bike. Once we come down to second or third gear, you should always keep this bike a little bit in the higher gears, like in the first or second gear. Even then, it is a little bit lazy. That is the only problem I have with this bike. Otherwise, rideability, once again, filtering and all that, Duke is known for that. It's a good street fighter. So directly comparing this with the Apache RTR 310, I'm doing a back-to-back comparison, and I feel you will feel more engaged in the ride with the Apache than the Duke 250 for sure. That is what I feel personally. But you people, you go personally ride it yourself back to back, go to both the showrooms, test ride them, and you come to a decision. You will feel the massive difference, especially when the torque is coming out much later in this bike. One more reason I might not like a Duke is because, especially the 250, is because the seat is definitely harder than the Apache. In direct comparison, preferably I would pick the Apache because of the better seat comfort that I have on it. Right now, this is the older generation. The current generation also comes with a color TFT. So see, this kind of traffic when you have, you see that instant pull is not there. It is kind of lazy. That one thing if Duke can fix, I think this is not a pretty bad buy as well. So right now in third gear, 30 kilometers per hour, if that was the Apache, it would pull the hell out. This one, full throttle, okay? Now it talks. After reaching a certain RPM, after 6000 RPM, it gets wild. But till then, it is a lazy bugger. I'm personally a fan of the looks of the Duke, the design wise and all that. Previous Apache was okay, but this current generation what I've ridden, that looks amazing. Especially the headlight, with that twin headlight, it has more aggression. Anyways, looks like I said, it's subjective. It's up to you what you prefer. The takeaway from riding both of these bikes, finally, I would definitely pick the Apache in today's generation with all the bells and whistles of the 2024-2025 bikes.
Anyway, which was my final verdict after riding both of them back to back. Don't take my word. You personally go test ride both of them. You tell me in the comment section which one do you feel is more engaging, gives you that nice smile on your face when you rev it. Which one is more sporty? I personally felt the Apache is more aggressive. It's got that nice punch to it. The low end is really good. The mid range is also very powerful. And by the time you reach third to fourth gear, you're already doing triple digit speeds. Well, if you give me like around 3 lakhs of a budget and ask me to go and buy right now a particular bike, I would personally go for the Apache RTR 310.